So it's day 2, so we're at Rockingham. Drive yesterday, we didn't get out of the track till about 6:30. 6:30. Drive was smooth though, like it was, actually the temperature was nice, so it was decent. Like I would like whoever writes the route and does the route, they need to drive it in a car that is modified. Like, I mean, I don't know if they're driving in a rental car, or I don't know if they're doing it from California, like looking at Google Maps and saying this will be cool, but horrible. We went down our thing and I literally think that we made 5 left turns to go right one time. So, but other than that, pretty uneventful. We got to the hotel about 11. We know we got a long drive today because it's 300 miles as a crow flies, so like hope to get a decent pass in early, that way we can start packing so we can hit the road a lot earlier than yesterday. Just the goal. Fan switch.
Oh yeah, I can show them that. So, for your information, if you reach inside the car and you go like this and you don't really pay attention because Devin Vanderhoof's over here talking and distracting the crap out of you, so you go over there, look at that, and you hit the wrong switch, and you turn on the fuel pump switch and you got all the valves in the wrong spot.
And then you go that way.
Yeah, then I went, yeah, no, I was all distracted and then left, and then it leaves about 5 gallons of fuel on the ground. Tech tip number 1, don't hit the wrong switch.
Or look, pay attention after you hit the switch and see if the right thing's working.
The drive was a little rough. We had some problems with our FT box overheating, so it shut down probably every 10 miles, and finally figured out to take it out, put it on the glove box, and turn the wing window so it could keep it cool. So Brent's over there making sure that's going, and we finally got it to where it would get down the road, so we made it. But we got to fix the charge pipe. We still got to weld it up, get the other blower back on here, and hopefully we can get down it today.
Did you manage to find another
we did. It's on its way. Should be here in like 10 minutes. So we'll be running like we should be, I think.
Hey guys, have you subscribed to Sick the Mag? You know, it's a magazine for the drag and drive community. Get over sickthemag.com, subscribe now. It's more like a book than a magazine, actually. See you later.
This is a race car through and through. We stopped off at the Loves and bought gel pads for our butts. I'm just gonna be honest, it was ba-bang, ba-bang, ba-bang. Had a couple little minor issues, so we had just electronics giving us some trouble that we had to stop off and fix up. We got a solution and we kept cruising, but it was one of those go a little bit, stop, go a little bit, stop. We also gassed up way too often, so we thought we were getting like, 6 or 7 miles to the gallon. I think we're getting closer to 10. And now we know we have 17 gallons on board. So, 125, 130 miles, we start looking for gas. But that was a learning curve because we stopped way too frequently.
I'm Mike Ward from Perth, Western Australia. I've got the orange 63 Nova, 275 leaf sprung car, running twin turbo 427 LS and turbo 400. Last time you would have seen us would have been sick week at the start of the year. On the Wednesday at South Georgia, we broke the transmission and that put us out. So we packed the car away for 6 months, and then we come over 3 weeks ago. Got the car out of storage. So first thing was a new gearbox. So we got new turbo 400 with some slightly different ratios that we thought might work a bit better with the small tyre. And then the other thing we had is to upgrade the turbos as well. So basically 2 of us flew in and hired an Airbnb down in Florida. We made a new radiator for the car. We converted it to the 80mm turbos, put the new transmission in, did 1 test pass at Bradenton, and then ran out of time. Then we went to Carolina Dragway last week, and that got rained out, so we only got half a pass there, so we didn't have a lot of testing. So then came out yesterday, we ran a 8.0, which is a bit off where I thought we would be, but looking at the data, turns out we're on 7 cylinders. So this morning I found a burnt lead, so I knew, we're going to do a little bit better. Let off the button and probably got 60 feet out, and yeah, I just felt it let go, so I just backed off straight away and I guess managed to keep it off the wall. Then I was just concerned something broke, so I just kept to the left just to make sure it didn't all down the track, and yeah, just cruised off and lived to fight another day, luckily. So. actually turned the launch down 500 RPM, turned the boost down off the launch 4 PSI, and put a timing retard on for the first 2 seconds, and felt good on the pass. And then, to my amazement, ran a 754 at 185s. We'd run a 772 at sick week. Generally the tracks are pretty good at sick week, so I've sort of started with the same lead, but the drag week tracks are never quite to the same level as sick week. So obviously now running on 8 cylinders, it was just way too much for this track. So I had a bit of a steep learning curve at that first pass, but now we're right on track to go as fast as we can without getting out of our tech limit. But the thing is, now for sick week in February, I'm gonna have to come over early again and do my medical and do a couple of passes quicker than 754, so we can be in the hunt, because Super Street's a pretty tough category within sick week, which is obviously the Super Bowl of drag and drive, so all the fast guys turn up. So
first hit, we tried to just duplicate what we did yesterday. Soft, easy, 7.0. Went out like 80 or 60 foot, or no, not even 40 foot, and traction control just was trying to hold it back, but it couldn't. So just came over, pulled a little bit more power out of it early, and rolled the power that we were using later. He just came over the radio and said that he had to get out of it a little bit early, and because it was shaking up top, so you could hear it. It was kind of chattering and riding traction control, but that's what it's all about. So we got a 300 something mile ride, so I don't really care to chase a number here, so I think we're in good shape for our class, so that's all that really mattered for us, you know what I mean?
We went to the left on the first run, made an adjustment, and I think I was lined up a little bit to the right that time. So I don't know. I told him, don't let me go if you think I'm not lined up straight, don't let me go. So yeah, we're gonna cool it off and go again. So see what we get. I mean, it feels good, leaving good. Just gotta have the tires on the ground in order to steer if you're not, So it's been hiking it up, and I don't know. The first time it actually left really good, it felt good, and then they got out about 100 feet, and I couldn't steer, so got to abort then,
and done.
It was nice to get a good hit right off the back, so we can work on packing this thing up and hit the road. Long day drive, like yep. That's what you hope for, is a day, something like that, where you can just come here, get a pass in, and try and get underway to get ready for tomorrow. So I think that, not sure what the drive is or anything like that. I still got to turn in the time slip, but either way, now drive tomorrow. First, you think about the drive.
Okay.
Put your name upside down.
Yeah, don't put the valve cover on upside down.
Tech tip,
Number two for today. Wow, holy cow.
My name is Jack Brooks from Rossville, Georgia. This is my 1964 Chevy 2. It's a 5.3 powered LS twin turbo, and this is my first drag and drive event after about 3.5 years of building a car. My friend and I found this car off of Marketplace Facebook. $1,800, we bought the car, drove about 2 hours north, picked it up, and gutted it out. I was going to do like a small turbo 10-point, and obviously it evolved into what it is today. I left the outside as it was. This is exactly how it was purchased with the rust and everything.
What about this door here?
So, the gist on the door, as you can see, I have branded our logo with my battle stripes. So these doors came off an old racer's car. I needed a door and a quarter panel, so I traded him out of some stuff. I put the door on my car, and everybody that walked in the shop was like, "Are you gonna leave that ugly door?" And I knew that was it. The door's never gonna get painted. But I wanted the car to be safe. The car is a 6.0 cert car. It's a double frame rail car, and I'm pretty happy with the insides. We did a lot of work. I did a lot of work. Sean, Hot Rod, Jason, all my buddies at the race shop. So it's all full carbon interior. I just wanted it nice inside, you know. Like, I can't really see myself going down the road, so if it's a little ratty, I don't care. But sitting inside, I wanted to feel like it was something special. We made our first lick, wasn't the greatest, but we do have a time slip today, so now we got to figure out if we're going to turn that time slip in, stay conservative, and make it to Bristol, because like, I really want to race Bristol. That's my favorite track ever.
Ours was a F3 140. This is a F3X 140, which makes the snell of the blower bigger. That's why we had to cut that bar out and all that. That's what we ended up with, so that's what we had to make work.
There we go, baby. We love it. We love it.
You got that big motor working.
It's working, baby. Even after all those miles, this thing's working good. Thanks to all the team that helps me out here. Really appreciate it.
little bit sketchy. 60 wasn't good, 330 wasn't good, and it started to shake, I think, a little bit down there. It was slippery. So 699 at 200. I was hoping it was, because I was anything that good and I was done. Kind of puts me pretty far back of Bailey now, but since he's was 1/10 ahead, now he's 4 more, so got to make up 5/10, which not gonna probably happen. But whatever, we just got to finish. Everyone's got to finish.
Fellow racer right here sees me in need, came over. We lost a couple bolts off the torsional dampener, which has got the gear for the oil pump, so we lost oil pressure right before the stripe. So we'll take the bolts out, put the new bolts in, come back up.
We're going back. I don't think we're not going to get where we want to be today. We realized when we're sitting in the lanes that we have too much gear in the gearbox, which is overspinning the blower. So I was a little bit nervous on that run. So now we're going to put a safety in there that shuts it off before the RPM. So I know I can go out there and give it a good run, and once it gets to the upper end, it'll shut it off. So hopefully we can get under that 750 mark and still hold that Ultimate Iron second place right now. But they're gonna shut us off at 130, so we can't change anything. We're just gonna have to go make a pass. So we got 30 minutes. So he's gonna do some with tuning, and we're gonna go right back out and go to try to whack it again and see if I can get down there and at least get that time down, and then we'll worry about changing the gear set at the next track.
We are in the hotel parking lot at 5:45 p.m. Holy freaking cow. That is astronomically early. I think we got a little bit of an oil leak here that I'm going to take care of up somewhere in the Lifter Valley area, and it just gets a little dots on the car, and it must kick up from somewhere, and haven't quite figured out where, because that's dry. And so we're gonna take care of all that stuff because we got extra time.
This bit's oil from the workshop, and then this bit's where my socks usually are. And I always wear shorts, never wear pants. So that's how we do it in Australia.
How's the drive been, Mike?
Yeah, good. It was transit's no problem in this because we run it through the ice. Water temp come up a bit coming up the hill, but yeah, nothing we haven't seen before. So yeah, it's good.